do you know where to find one that's reasonably priced? We show you how to put that together, that suit group in Chapter 5. Here's another one, too. Poor choice of legal form in Chapter 5. Okay, what do you want to be? A sole proprietor, a partnership, an LLC, an S corporation, or a C corporation? Which one's best for you? Sole proprietor, partnership, LLC, S corporation, C corporation. You've got to make this decision before you open up the doors. And if you don't make this decision, the IRS will assign you status as a sole proprietor. For some of you, that's good news. For some of you, it's terrible news. Which one did you pick? Yes, sir.
You know, that's what I'm stuck at. I want to start a business, and I got 2 other partners.
Sorry, 2 what?
2 other partners.
Okay, good.
And the question is the LLC the best, or is it best for me to be sole proprietor because of the fact that, you know, when the business should get into jeopardy, or, you know, like, what's the legality of, you know, you got my home involved, you got my family involved, you got my assets involved. So if it should go downhill, you know, would it be better to be an LLC or?
What kind of business is it going to be?
Okay, what it is, I got an invention I'm going to be selling.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, that's all I need to know. I'll have to give you the answer in about a minute and a half. Okay, yes, sir.
What is the difference between all of them?
Well, it takes an hour and a half to go through them all, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll give you some insights in that stuff. There's a thing, if you start an LLC or incorporate, it gives you a thing called limited liability, which means that they can't go after your personal assets like this guy's personal assets and capture them. Because right now, he's got the double jeopardy. If he makes a decision and he screws up, they can take his personal assets, or if his partners make a decision and they screw up, even though he doesn't even know about it, they can take his assets. Do we have anybody here tonight that's an LL? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you need to incorporate. I'll give you the same. You'll have the same answer as he does in a couple seconds. Do we have anybody that's an LLC in here? Okay. How many people have an LLC right now? How many people are thinking about an LLC? Okay, good. This is your lucky day. I'm going to talk about LLCs. LLCs are a thing called limited liability company. Okay. Here we have 2 individuals making $50,000 a year. One is an LLC, the other one's an S corporation. Both of them will pay the same income tax of 30%. But there is a tremendous difference when it comes to self-employment tax, or FICA, or Social Security, whatever you want to call it. If you're an LLC, you will pay 15%. Those of you that are LLCs, if you're making $50,000 a year, you're going to pay self-employment tax of $7,500 per year. However, if you're an S corporation and you break it down, I just gave you the answer there, between salary and dividends, or also known as distribution, dividends and distribution, you break it down between the 2 of those, and here's the $4,500 per year question. Anybody here interested in saving $4,500 this year? Okay, pay attention. This is the biggie. You only pay self-employment tax on the money that you pull out of a corporation in the form of a... Well, you got 2 choices, salary or dividends. Which one do you pick? You only pay self-employment tax on the amount of money you pull out of your business in the form of a salary. There is no Social Security, no self-employment on dividends or distribution. So for those of you here tonight that are thinking about getting into an LLC, you know, we've been able to save you $4,500. Now, I know I'm going over this very quickly. For those of you that cannot follow, because we're going through a lot of materials here very quickly, just remember this. LLC, pooey on them. And for those of you, I mean, I'm serious about this. Those of you who are LLCs right now, and if somebody talked you into this thing, I'd fire their butts. And if they got a problem, you call them up tomorrow and say, I went to this crazy seminar with this guy from Wayne State University, and he told us there was no self-employment tax on distributions from an S corporation. Why didn't you tell me that? It's costing me $4,500 a year. And if the guy's got a problem, my name is Ed King. My phone number is 313-577-4474, and I would love the opportunity to talk to him and bring him up to date. Because I am serious about this. Those of you that are LLCs, this is a bad decision. So the answer to your question is I would be an LLC, and I would be an LLC. I apologize. I just got finished. Cedric, you're in charge of my mouth here. I'd be an S corporation. I'd be an S corporation. Yes, sir.
No, you've had some very broad strokes, and I certainly see your point, and it's a good point.
Yeah.
But depending on the type of business that you're, that savings may not be as attractive as you made it out to be. An S corp is a corporation, and there are a variety of different requirements.
Yes.
Being and maintaining a corporation. And liability is very, very important. If you're not doing those things as an S corporation,
Yes. Yeah.
if you ever have
Yeah.
the issue
Yeah.
of liability,
Yep.
that S corporation can be dismantled and its pants pulled down very, very quickly. The
You're-
good thing about an LLC is that that is not the case.
Yes. It's kind of interesting you bring that up. There's a couple things that, and you're absolutely right. I assume that if you're going to incorporate, you've got to keep track of the records. There's bylaws, there's articles of incorporation, there's things like that, which we all have listed in our book there, of course. Follow the dots on that. But the two big things, matter of fact, the difference between you and I is I've quantified this. If you're making less than $10,000, or if you're making more than $10,000 a year, you're better off being an S corporation. If you're making less than $10,000 per year, you're better off working at McDonald's. The LLC is an excellent form if you are in real estate, because most real estate properties do not make money on paper. They may have a positive cash flow, but by the time you take in depreciation and other factors like that, it usually winds up being a loss on paper. So, I agree with you. If you incorporate, it makes your life more complicated. First of all, you got to hire at least one employee. Now, as soon as you hire your first employee, you're going to have to fill out 25 to 45 reports per year. Now, there are companies out there that will do that for you for $30 to $40 a month. They'll do the payroll records for you, okay? But there's one company out there, and I bet you, Cedric, nobody here knows this. There's one company out there that will do it for free. Anybody here today might be interested in free payroll services? Okay, and this is, and it's so funny because I got a phone call from Payroll One the other day, and the guy says, he calls me up and he says, hey, I sent you some brochures on this, and he says, make sure you distribute your classes for Payroll One. He says, how much your fees is $35, $40 a month? I said, that's great. I says, what are you doing about Bank of America? He says, who boy? Bank of America, if you have an account there and your employees have an account, they will do your payroll processing for free. But they've just taken over LaSalle Banks. So if you want to get your payroll processing done for free, I do it there. The second part of that is you got to keep corporate minutes, you got to have bylaws, you got to have meetings, and you're absolutely right. And you got to do those things, or a good lawyer will look at your paperwork and just pierce that corporate shield and go after your personal assets. So you're absolutely right. You got to follow. You got to know the rules.
Right now, National Real Estate Network has a limited time offer. For $1, you can have full access to our site for 1 week, including full access to past video recorded meetings with various speakers, forms needed for your investment business, and leads for investment properties. Be sure to click the link in the description, and thanks for watching.